Ah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Lots of interesting news popping off, but none more interesting than Enzo Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen. He's been playing with pain. It's understandable because this season we've seen his form being up and down. Is it because of the pain that he's been playing through? We all know what happened to him last season as well. I think it might have been the season before, where he had the groin injury. And then after that, when he came back, he started to be a lot better. Last season, I think it was more to do with his personal stuff with his wife. And then in the second half of the season, we saw what a glamorous player he ended up being for us last season with goals, assists, and just overall a fantastic, phenomenal player. So we can't be sitting here talking down on Enzo Fernandez, but what we can talk about is the facts. And the fact is that this season, he has been a bit up and down, but we cannot deny the quality of a player that Enzo Fernandez is. That match against Wolves is probably one of the best matches he's played so far this season, where he could have should have got a couple of assists, if not one at least. So, look, let's go through some of the latest information in regards to Enzo Fernandez. He's going through some pain. He's not going to go to international duty, which is perfect, deserves the rest. Take all the rest possible after the international break. My man, we need you. Big, important matches coming along our way. This weekend has been fantastic. Arsenal dropping points, Newcastle dropping points, Palace dropping points, Liverpool dropping points, Spurs, Man United dropping points. It's been fantastic, and we capitalized by getting 3 points as well. So post the international break, we've got Burnley, who we need to beat. Arsenal are playing Spurs. There could be some sort of dramas. There always is. And hopefully Spurs, Thomas Frankie can do a madness. And then we've got the match against Arsenal. We need everyone fit and ready to rock and roll after the international break. So now, this is the latest. Enzo Fernandez, I'm in a lot of pain. I'll try to recover as much as possible over these 2 or 3 weeks and be 100% ready to train and play with my teammates again. I love this. I love these. There's a post that's going around, one of the Chelsea fans that put out, which I absolutely resonate with. If you guys remember when Frank Lampard came back the second time around, it was obviously a sorry affair for us under Graham Potter, and then Frank Lampard came on. Frank Lampard specifically said there's one player that trains like he understands what it means to be a Chelsea player, and he was talking about Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez, this is what I like about him, man. No matter how much you want to talk down on him, no matter how much you want to say that he's putting on a stinker, this, that, the other, the quality is there. We have seen it. Once it's consistent, it can be absolutely devastating. It can score goals, it can assist. And you know, he's a leader. He's a leader at Chelsea Football Club. Yes, it is frustrating to see a player of his caliber not producing on a regular basis, but I think we can give him some leeway. The fact that he's been playing with pain, and look, he's determined. He's determined to come back after after this international break with a lot of rest. He's determined to come back and really do well for us. Enzo Fernandez confirms will not be in the Argentina squad this international break. I was talking with the medical staff because I had a knee problem over these 4 months. 4 months, there you go, man. 4 months from the start of this season. I'm coming with a bone edema that I think got worse because we've played so many matches. That's why we made the decision together to rest these 2 weeks so I can recover to the fullest. I love it. I love it. I can't wait for this baller to be completely pain-free. And then let's see exactly what he brings to the plate. We know what he can bring to the plate. We've seen it last season. So hopefully, my man, rest up along with all these other players. Hopefully, Caicedo as well. I don't know whether he got called up or not. I need to do some digging to see whether he's been called up for the Ecuador national team. But Caicedo needs rest. And many of our other players needs rest. And don't forget, Cole Palmer potentially could be coming back after the international break. And also Benoit Badiashile. So it's looking good. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Enzo Maresca. Pedro Neto and Enzo both asked for a change. Pedro for the growing problem, Enzo for knee. We need to see how they are now. So hopefully both Pedro Neto can take a break as well from the Portuguese national team, and Enzo Fernandez, we already know, is taking a break. John Terry on Garnacho. We need to talk a little bit about Garnacho. I want to touch on how good Garnacho was yesterday. Absolutely petrifying as a defender when you're facing someone that quick, that direct. I think he gives us something the other wingers don't as well. So look, Absolutely right, John Terry. Excuse me. Garnacho was a menace, a proper menace in the first half. To be honest, he should have scored. This is why I was saying in the first half, I can't even complain about the first half. The team, whatever was put out by Enzo Maresca, we should have still been up 1-0, maybe even 2-0, because João Pedro had an opportunity as well in the first half. So Garnacho's one was a gilt-edged one, but in the second half, Garnacho turned it on. It was his cross, pinpoint accurate cross that he delivered for Malo Gusto's first goal for Chelsea Football Club. And then that barnstorming afterburners. He turned on the afterburners, zoomed past the right back of Wolves, and then delivered a beautiful cross for Pedro Neto's tap in. You still need to keep up with that pace. You still need to make sure you make the right run and you get into that space. No one seemed to be giving Pedro Neto any sort of credit, but I feel like he deserves a little bit of credit as well. Obviously, the goal was completely made by Garnacho, but you still need to finish things off, and Pedro Neto did. And I love it. John Terry is absolutely right. Right now, honestly, I can't talk down on Garnacho at all. I never have since he started for Chelsea Football Club. I did say I didn't want this player, along with many other Chelsea fans. Majority of the Chelsea fans didn't want this player. There was quite a large minority that wanted him. No problems about that. Big up to you guys. But once he joined, I backed him. I didn't call him Garbacho. I didn't call him Gansancho and all these other names that's getting floated around. The thing that I've been most impressed by with Garnacho is he's staying away from all sorts of nonsense online. He's focused. Every bit of news that we are hearing from Garnacho is he's training early before the training session starts, and he's staying back to train even more. He's working so hard. And Enzo Maresca has said it in the press conference that it's not just on the ball, he's working hard off the ball as well. And it's clear to see in the matches, this guy is working tremendously hard, and hopefully he's now going to get, see the fruits of it. After the international break, I want him to lock down that left side and really become a potent goal contributor for us on the left side. So let's see how the season pans out. I'd love him to do some damage against Arsenal. Serious, I would. I'd love, Alejandro Garnacho to score and assist against Arsenal for that fixture that's coming up. And also, don't forget Barcelona as well. Enzo Maresca and Alejandro Garnacho. He was very good, not only on the ball, but also off the ball, especially when he was pressing. And this is what we need from our wingers. Garnacho is doing well. Not just off the ball pressing, but off the ball defending, recovering, giving cover to Cucurella. He's been doing extremely well. And this is what others need to start doing. It's not just about on the ball. And on the ball, look, Garnacho needs to improve as well. His crossing has definitely gotten better. He can do far better crosses than that. He can utilize his left foot as well, far better and more frequently. But final third decision making too. I'd like him to mix things up sometimes. Sometimes go for the crosses, sometimes cut in, take a shot. I feel like Garnacho's got that quality, and he can be a very, very potent left winger. Just continue in this vein. Continue being focused, continue staying concentrated, and stay away from all sorts of shenanigans. Enzo Fernandez on Alejandro Garnacho. I talk to him a lot. I want to help him. It's one of my responsibilities. He chose Chelsea. He had many options, and he chose to come here. I'm helping him a lot. And I said it when he first joined Chelsea Football Club, and even prior to that, when all the rumors were happening, that Enzo Fernandez, I'm sure, is playing a big part in this, Argentinian compatriot. And I'm not surprised that Garnacho, one of his supporters at Chelsea Football Club, is Enzo Fernandez, and one of the players that's looking after Garnacho is Enzo Fernandez. So I'm not surprised by that. I'm sure if I was part of Chelsea Football Club and I had one of my compatriots come through to the club, I'd be helping him out as well. So this is lovely to see. Hopefully their combination, develops and gets better and better as the weeks go on. I love it. Enzo Fernandez once again proving what a great leader he is for Chelsea Football Club. Enzo Maresca, it's more noise from outside. Inside, we're convinced that the club, as a club, as a team, we are going in the right direction. It's part of my job. It's part of the game. When you do the right things against Liverpool, when you do the right things against Tottenham, then you have to confirm that. You have to continue to do that. Look, it's not just against the bigger teams. Great to do against the bigger teams, as Enzo Maresca has mentioned, but we need to make sure we don't do any silly business against the smaller teams either. This is why I believe this squad is capable of something very special this season in all fronts. We have a squad that, yes, has flaws, but still has the capacity to be a lot better than where we, were. Like 6 points is fine off Arsenal, but I think we can close that gap even more. It's up to us. And it's up to Enzo Maresca. Utilize the squad at with its fullest, ability. Don't be stupid. Like, for example, yesterday, at home at Stamford Bridge, probably better to start off with Estevan Willian, but no problems. You didn't do that. We still should have led at halftime. But in the second half, you made the changes quickly. You brought on Estevan Willian. I would have liked to have seen Estevan Willian from the get-go in the second half, but you didn't wait too long. You brought on Estevan Willian, and wow, what a game changer he was. And this is what I mean. Solutions are internal for Chelsea Football Club. We've got players that can make an impact. It's up to Enzo Maresca to set us up nicely and then utilizing the entire squad to make sure that we get the desired result. So this is why I'm very, very optimistic about our squad, about our future this season. And I'm always going to be looking at Enzo Maresca because I feel like he is the one who needs to elevate us to the next level. That's how I look at it. I know there's been some conversations coming from some of our players post-match. Malo Gusto saying that, we're just going for top 4. I think João Pedro was also saying that we're going for top 4. Look, top 4 should be given. We shouldn't be going for top 4. Top 4 is a given. Chelsea Football Club should be getting top 4 regardless. You don't go for top 4. It's a bare minimum, bare basics. You should be competing for the top honors. I'm not saying, once again, I reiterate, I'm not saying go out there and win it. I don't think we're good enough to win it, but I think we're good enough to be close as possible till the end of the season. But we shall see. This is why I keep looking at Enzo Maresca. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything I spoke about. Smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya.